Welcome back to another episode of Find the Line, presented by Against the Grain Design and Print, where we dive into real stories with real racers, the successes, the hardships, and everything in between, with your co-hosts Logan Cipala and Joe Falde. Produced by Luke Cipala, it all starts right here, right now, on Find the Line.
Yeah, and we can do anything. Mama said it's true, and I put that on everything. Mama told me one day I'ma blow up big and I'ma be a king. And my papa told me it's okay to sit where shit hurts. Don't forget your dreams, cause they'll get you through this so-called life they call living, but I call it strange. And I bet I'll do it, cause I'm on my way and strong enough that I can shake the pain. We don't ask for the doors to close in this life, so
Woo! Oh, welcome back to Find the Line. This week, we're recapping X12 in Utah. We just thought, the hell with it. Let's just grab the top two steps of the open class. We're going to do two separate segments tonight with each rider. First up, the newest member of USA Motoclimb, maybe the fastest. That could be argued tonight. We'll see. The number 566, Tristan Alexander. Tristan, how's it going?
Doing good. Thanks for having me on tonight, guys.
Yeah, boy, we're just back. We're hot off the presses, coming back from Utah. And did you bring any souvenir rocks home, Tristan?
I think I kept most of them there on the hill.
Okay.
There's no outside motors or anything. We were doing all right.
We're going to have a moment of silence for Chunga. Dang it. X12 claims another victim. Chunga, double mechanical. So sorry, Peyton. That just sucked for the weekend to see that. But Chunga met its match. X12 was it, wasn't it, Tristan?
Sadly, from what I heard, it wasn't even the hill's fault.
Dang it. Okay, all right. I thought we could blame X12, but we can't.
Rumor has it, I don't know.
Okay.
I have a very important question here that we need to iron out right away. Everybody at X12, are you guys just filthy fucking rich that it doesn't matter, or you just have balls of steel? But with Scat Track being down, how are you that confident to go and race a hill that is literally designed to shred tires at the second race of the season? Do you have stashes of Scat Tracks? Do you just not give a fuck?
Yeah.
Are you that confident to miss them? What's the story here?
I'm going to go first, Tristan. For me, I never know when this is going to be my last race before retirement. So I'm just throwing them all out at all times. I thought I saw a sand snake on Tristan's open bike. Did you resort back to a sand snake, Tristan?
No, sir. I think we'd have to look over to the pits of Chunga again for that one.
Chunga had a sand snake, and it was the biggest one I've ever seen in my life. That thing looked like it was on a 6-inch rim. That thing was huge.
He's been running those, I think they're dune hoppers. He said it's like a 5.0 tire, and I guess they're discontinued and super rare. But he was running it last year too.
Thing is huge. The paddle's huge. Yeah, I bet you it works awesome. So
I bet you even all the sand snakes are hard to find now with all the East Coasters buying them, because they said those are. I've been told that they make competitive paddle tires that aren't Scat Tracks. So I'd like to know where, but it must be those.
Yeah, I think that you might have got sold a bill there, Tom. I don't think that's it. And one more quick X12 victory that I am so proud of. I got to pit next to my good bud, Ryan Wyatt, and throughout the weekend, he was referring to the machine as Tom. Yes!
Taking a bad turn.
Yes, I love it. Oh, I can't wait. All I was missing was for Dax to come around, kick his shoe into something, like, oh crap, I'm a Tom. He did. They haven't folded it correctly into their language, but it's really close. Yeah. We're getting close.
They're getting
I feel
close.
like I missed an episode there because all of a sudden I listened to the podcast one week and he was Tom. So
yeah. For people that don't, it's the Ellsworth verbiage. He calls me Tom, I call him Tom, we call Luke Tom. And it's kind of like the F word. It can be used in moments of praise, or it can be used as a huge diss track. It all depends on the verbiage that comes out. Like you're bowling, you freaking throw one in the gutter. Oh, I'm a Tom, right? You're bowling, you turkey it out. Way to go, Tom! Right? It's all about the context. Yep. It can be used. It's the most flexible word in the dictionary. It's awesome. It fits the machine like a glove.
Perfect. Yeah, I guess.
But X12, we got to talk first and foremost. I thought one of the highlights of the weekend, the new promoter, Derek Volkel and his family Wow, really impressed. Tristan, what did you think of their organization and how it all ran?
It was my first time in X12, so I never got to
Oh,
experience what everyone considers the Ron Dillon shit show. But I got to say, it was a great rain event. I mean, they ran on time. If there was any changes or updates, they rode around the pits, updated us. Um, they did an amazing job. I mean, they were taking rider input towards stuff,
great.
and talking to him at the end of the day. I mean, he's ready for next year to be even better. He was talking to me how to build gates and graded starts for the verticross and what they can do. So I'm
Sweet.
excited. I mean, they ran it great this year, and I think next year might even be better.
Yeah, I thought the work that they did on the bottom of the hill, the part that they did, it really helped get us going in the right direction. I think that if they would even do more, if they could somehow dozer work all the way to that first terrace, that would be amazing. If they could just go down there and kind of kick everything flat, because there's some pretty big square edges and pockets when we're going through there that unfortunately Derek's son got swapped out on, and there was a couple that people got swapped out in the bottom, but they're really doing great things. And the number one thing was I just felt that they cared so much. Like when they were talking to you, they were asking questions. They were emphasizing they wanted this to be an extremely professional event. Logan, when we got there, they handed us a packet. There was all the rules for the Rockwell series and they're printed
Damn.
out. There was running order. Have you ever got this? In every packet, each rider's name was highlighted on every running order.
Holy
So,
shit. That's
so
some time.
that's some freaking
Wow.
time. They went through and every
Oh my
rider
God.
highlighted, and they were color prints of the running order. I mean, amazing. They
That's
had
crazy.
the schedule, they had everything laid out. They didn't charge us to camp. It was did awesome. I thought that they had the camping split up really good. There was tons of space. I mean, obviously there. And the thing that I forgot is just how freaking beautiful it is there. I mean,
That is
damn,
beautiful.
when you're up on that hill, it's just gorgeous. What did you think, Tristan, of the surrounding area and whatnot?
Beautiful. I mean, I didn't get to go explore, but I mean, you went standing up on top of the hill on Friday, helping ref for the verticross. Um, took a look around. I got a couple of videos because yeah, it was beautiful there.
Yeah,
Especially that time of year, everything's nice and green.
yeah.
Very
For a long
deceiving
time.
though. Man, that hill from the bottom looks so easy. I pulled up and
It does.
stock bikes. What are we worried about? Well, I didn't even put a bike over the top in the stock class. So
It's crazy.
You're not the
For a
only
long
one.
time, I had my screensaver on my computer at work was a panoramic picture that I took from the top of X12 the first time that I guess the only time that I went there, and it was like so cool. It was just beautiful, like landscape behind there. But it is probably one of the most deceiving hills on the circuit because it looks completely flat and totally smooth, and it's so damn rough and so much steeper than you think it is.
The and I haven't been to all of them. I went to like the first 3 years there, and then I took some years off. I think 2019 was the last time I was there, or something like that. So I've been gone for a few years. But the vocals, they said we want times. We're not looking for a footage hill climb. They moved the finish over way to the left. They flagged it so that we had opportunities to summit on all classes. And I thought that was really smart of them to say,
Yep.
we want this to be a race. We don't want it to be a footage. We want it to be a race. And I thought that was pretty cool. The flip side of that is man, you guys were hauling ass on those open bikes, weren't you, Tristan?
yeah, I mean, once that bottom, it wasn't. I wouldn't say tiptoe by any means. I mean, we were still half 3/4 throttle, but as soon as you got, coming over that one roller, it was you probably I don't know my guess 18, 20 some seconds of just to the stops and holding on for the ride. I mean, that's a long pull on an open bike,
That
and
is.
I mean it's fun. I mean, we'll put a smile on your face for sure.
Yeah.
I remember that first time I rode mine there. It was so fast, and I'm like, I feel like I was going fast enough that there was nobody going to be able to even come close to me, and I got like fourth or fifth, and I just remember seeing the huge rocks flying like underneath me, like as fast. I'm like, so fast I wouldn't have even been able to react. It was unbelievable. I can't imagine now because I'm sure it just keeps getting rougher every year.
There was one rock I would say probably 4/5 of the way up the hill, and like you were through the what I was calling the landmines, through the really rough section. We kind of broke one lane in across the top that we were all kind of fading to, and then taking that to the top of the hill. And there was one rock, and I'd say, I don't know, Joel would have a good vision of it because I watched him hit it about third gear wide open and go over the bars. So he'd have good description of size, but I got so close to that thing about every single run. I'd be looking for it, watch it go by you. But yeah, man, that place has some scary boulders, and you're going way too fast.
It would kind of defeat the whole purpose of what that race is, but that would be a perfect event to do, like a huge like motocross style bottom where you just start and keep getting like progressively bigger jumps, kind of have like a Spring Creek Hillclimb layout where you go like, small double, big double, huge double, and then do like a big wall breaker into the actual hill part, because the bottom does have a little potential where it's a little more flat, but it's like it could be really cool if you did that right. But
yeah,
I just thought it was super impressive. I mean, I'd say average time of the weekend was 34, 35 seconds.
Yeah, it's crazy.
On the extended bikes, and we were still racing for hundredths or tenths.
Mm-hmm. It's always like that.
Yeah.
How we can be that big of a hill and still that rough of a hill and still be coming that close to each other.
Right.
Man,
like we've all had that windshield time when you're leaving, and it's 1 to 6 in the morning, and you're just thinking. And I always have the best thoughts when it doesn't matter. But at that hill, there's some rocks that you just can't move. They're like part of the hill or whatever, And I really think like what we should have did is at the end of the race, we should have went up there and all the big ones, just bright pink or something, painted them. So that hopefully next year when it was kind of grassy, you could see them through there a little bit. Cause it's not like it's tall savanna grass, you can still see parts of the rock. You just can't tell what are little rock and what are the ones that you're going to go over the freaking bars like I did. And if they were pink or white or something, I bet you that would help a ton. Because, we've painted rocks at Bay City and that come back the next year and there's still paint on them. And that hill's facing to the direction where it doesn't get as much sun, where I think that they wouldn't get all bleached out completely, But that's just an idea. I thought next year is like at the end of the race, all those huge rocks that, especially the one that I hit, the one you're talking about, Tristan, that thing was just painted solid. So at the end of the event, oh yeah, this is a hucker right here. That could be something that could help,
Yeah, I did enjoy the hill though. Me and my first time there, I mean, to me, I guess I didn't notice the rocks as much, except a couple of big boulders on the extended bikes. On the stock bikes, of course, you felt, even those 3-inch baseballs, right, you go rolling around underneath, especially once you lost momentum. Right. But the sagebrush there, I mean, that's a true natural style hill, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think that having the bottom the way they did really made it better because
it looked a lot better.
Yeah, years past, watching people when I wasn't there, people were swapping out coming out of the start, and they couldn't get going, and they dug that bottom. Like we had good traction coming out where you could get that initial momentum, which is so key, And they did a lot of really good things. But man, thank you to the promoters. Not one missed time all weekend. They bought brand new timers for the event, Farm Tech timers. And I just thought that they just did everything that they could in their power to make it run as smooth and efficient and want me to come back. And I'll come back. Like I had a lot of fun and I can't wait to go back, but I'm going to have a different theory as far as how I'm going to attack that hill next year, Tristan.
I think our whole group, we had a boys trip. So it was me, Nate Durandale, Chance Jarvis, and Brain Barbula. And I mean, everyone had fun. I had to do some convincing to get the boys to come with.
Yeah.
But at the end, they were all down to come back again. So.
Hey, before we move on too far, Joel, is your theory to not crash? Is that your top secret theory?
I'm not going to go WFO until it's all churned up. That's my new thing. Because I was going way too fast through grass. And that's I broke one of my own rules. I can't go wide open through long grass. That's my
revolutionary stuff from Joel tonight. Don't crash next year.
Make it over top of the hill every time.
That would be nice. That would, yeah. I set reasonable goals, Tristan. I don't set a goal like that where I know I can't obtain it. But
I was looking too, Tristan, because I knew that you guys loaded up deep and went all together. Like I know Chance a little bit older than you guys are, but like you and Nate, you're only what 21, 22?
22, 20, no, 23, 24 now.
Okay.
We're getting up there in age. We're old fellers.
Yeah. Yeah. That is like the stuff that, because when I was that age, which is not that long ago, but man, you just like do not take those trips for granted because it doesn't feel like it was that long ago that we were all doing that stuff and packing it 4 or 5 deep on all these races, and we don't get to do that anymore. And it's like, man, I don't know. It would I would do a lot to be able to pack 4 or 5 deep and go to the Big Sky here in June.
Yeah.
The way that we did
so much fun.
not so long ago, because it's unbelievable.
I had a headache all weekend from just laughing. I mean,
We
Joel and Ryan were giving us all sorts of crap because, I mean, we brought all the stuff to set the pit up quite correctly, and well, I don't think it ever fully got set up. There was always stuff flying everywhere. Boys were rolling off hot dogs. I think we went through, 6 packs of brats with the bread, and we had mustard and relish. So it was a good weekend.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you had me and Ryan just so pumped for you guys because we pitted right across from Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Ryan are sitting there, and Ryan's like, "Man, look at those guys! Isn't that awesome? Just 4 buds out racing." I'm like, "Man, memories they're making. That's so cool."
Joel says a lot, but like you guys are in the good old days right now.
Yes,
and
you are.
You can't forget that. Like that's one thing I wish I would have appreciated a lot of those trips like that before when I was younger, because like it just seems so normal when you're that age, and now it's like it's just crazy how quick it changes so much.
Yeah, and what did you guys all take, about $200 and you were out and back? I mean, it must have cost about nothing with the 4 of you guys in that truck, right?
I mean, we got a little bougie with it. We didn't stay in no real crappy hotels, and we hoteled it every night. I think honestly it was like $350 a piece for what 3
I know those trips,
hotels, eating good dinner each night.
Yep.
Whoever your buddy was with the party ball, he had Ryan just fucking dying laughing.
The whole drive down, all I heard in the back seat was, "You want a bit of the potion?" And they had one of the blue big buzz balls.
Oh, the big ones, yeah.
Ryan's like, someone's down there working on a bike, and all of a sudden the buzz ball comes over. They're taking licks off of it.
That's awesome.
The potion.
The potion.
That's great.
So
we had a new class for Rockwell, the stock 450 class.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty good entries. There was 44 bikes. I think it was the second biggest class all weekend.
I thought you said there were 42 bikes only.
44, I thought I said.
No? They were close. 700.
You missed the joke.
1 or 2 rider difference.
Was that? I missed the joke, Tom. Dang it. I'm not smart enough. You're too smart for me. I don't even know.
When we were talking, you said that there were 45, and then a little bit later I said the details didn't matter because there were actually 44. Now that we explained it, it's not funny anymore.
No, that's funny that you explained it. I like that. But, I think I heard some mixed reviews. I heard a couple of the people that were really excited for it, and they're the people that do it, that ride stock a lot. And I heard more people that were questioning why, and we had the discussion with Matt, and Matt wasn't involved in this, Matt's Motoclimb Super Series. This was the Rockwell Pro Hillclimb Series. But, I don't know. I just would have loved to ride an extended bike on that hill. I didn't feel like it was fun. That was my issue. Is like, I get it that it's like arduous and that some people are really good at it, and that's awesome. And Logan, one of the best people at it, Jason Geisler. Jason was killing it. He just killed it. Yeah, he was killing it all weekend. But
he got $20 out of the King of the Hill deal.
Nice.
You guys weren't there for King of the Hill, so they still included the 450 stocks. And, I put up $20, and Craig Spencer put up $100 for best stock 450, and then we let those guys just go wherever they wanted, and they were cutting in a new line way left, and it was a good time. I at least gave them something to shoot for, but Jason was on all weekend long. He was first one over.
Heck yeah.
He was on it. But I was surprised actually. I think we had 9 out of 45, 9 out of 44 go over. So what, a little over 20%
Yeah.
of the
It's not too
class,
bad.
or right at 20% went over. I mean, that's not horrible.
No,
Mm-mm.
no, I'm very impressed with some of the people how good they were at riding that condition with a stock bike. But, just my opinion, and I would say when I took the temperature of the people that I talked to, and just to be honest, like most people that I talk to, they're not 19, they're in their 30s or 40s. That's because that's people that I talk to, but we're not excited about the stock class and we're questioning why,
Mm-hmm.
and I get it. I hope that this is going to try, but I did have an idea that I was going to float out here to you two. Ryan and I were walking the hill and we were talking about it. And I was like, this hill just doesn't seem like the best hill for like a stock bike to showcase our talent. Obviously you can, but I was like, in the circuit being, if it's X12, the Big Sky, and the Great American, if there's one place that I could see a stock bike being suitable, it would be the Big Sky, right? Like,
Yep.
I think you could have a suitable hill. And I'm like, why, if they want to showcase this and give a class, why not just do one climb, right? Because we're not purpose building bikes for this class. They're meant to have people step in. Well, when I first came to the Rockwell Pro Western States Hillclimb, I didn't race the series for points. I just wanted to dip my toe in. So why don't we just have one stock 450 class throughout the year, kind of like how Supercross has triple crowns a couple times out of a 17 race series. You could have one race, the most suitable, be the stock format, for the 450 class, and then X12 and the Great American could still be extended, because I'm pissed that a 450 has almost no chance at winning the championship runoff at the Great American. I mean, that was one of the greatest things about that race, is you did not know who was going to win. Now it's just going to be 700 open, most likely, I guess, but that was an idea. What do you guys think about that? Just doing one hit a week, one hit a year.
I like that. I think it seems more realistic. And even to take that a little bit further with the same ideas, just let it be up to a venue or promoter's discretion. Because like a place like Matt with Carnegie, he's going to get bigger entries if he allows stock 450s in the pro classes.
Right.
But a place like Bay City, it basically killed our program and
Yes.
hurt the club severely. So
Yeah.
I think it's kind of like the paddle versus knobby deal in the 450 class. Like, just leave it up to the promoter. Who fucking cares? Like,
Right.
if I go to a race, I don't give two shits whether the promoter tells me I can run a paddle tire or run a knobby tire. Let it be up to them. If they think that their event works better one way or another, a promoter should be able to do what they think their event will be most successful following.
The promoter knows their base. Tristan, what do
Yeah.
you think? Any idea, thoughts on that?
I'm still struggling with the stock class, in all honesty. Like, I'm not for or against it. I get
Right.
the ideas behind it, but man, there's these built 450s. When you put extensions on them, they are so fun to ride.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, in my dream reality, we'd have a stock 450 and an extended 450 class every weekend.
Yeah.
With Rockwell, most of their rounds being 2 days, I think they honestly could do it. We were done pretty darn early on Friday. Like,
Rockwell probably would be a good advocate for that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so fun to ride those bikes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard some people vocalizing like their thoughts as far as, well, we don't want all these people to have to build this expensive 700 bike and this expensive 450. You don't have to. Okay. Tristan,
AMA is the only series you have to do that with.
You can ride a 450, and I did it for many years. I didn't have a built 450. I wasn't winning. I wasn't even top 10ing, but I had a hell of a lot of fun, and I had a great 450 that I rode in the 450s class and the 700 class. And I know a lot of people, they want this great disparity between every class. They don't care about spectators anyway. They're not trying to get spectators. So let's just build it for the effing rider at Rockwell. Like I've been told by the promoters at the Great American, they're not concerned if they get 20,000 spectators like they used to.
Yep.
It's not even, they're not even considering trying to do that. Right. So let's make it fun for the rider, because Tristan, like last year, your 700 bike blew up and you still ran your 450 and were very competitive, right?
Yeah, I rode the 450 in everything but AMA. I borrowed a bike to go to I borrow a bike at all 3 rounds? I might have borrowed a bike. No, I had my bike back for the last one. So I borrowed a bike for 2 rounds. Other than that, that 450 got rode and rode and rode.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ride that 450 a single time outside of racing last year, and I think we put almost 15 hours on it.
Nice.
Wow, that's awesome. But I love the flexibility of that. And when they were trying to make it less expensive for the competitors, it already is. Like you can have a 450 and an open bike and race 3 classes, right? Like that's pretty freaking cheap as it is, right? And this isn't 2010. Like the 450s nowadays are fucking awesome, right? Like you don't have, even Kirk, you go to talk to Kirk at Mueller Motorsports. Yeah, it's awesome. Spend a ton of money. It's great. But if you just put a tune for fuel and one of his pipes on it, which, you know, it's still not free, but you're not $20,000 into it. You got a hell of a bike. And you're, if you're young and talented, you don't even need that, you know? So I just think like, if you want to do the stock, that's fine. But some of your reasons why I think are wrong, you know, like I just don't think that that's the big ask of it.
Even
I rode
in
a bone stock 450 up until 2 years ago. Like it didn't feel like nothing until 2 years ago. I finally built one.
Right.
In 2019, I won an AMA East Coast National Championship on a 450 that I also raced a snow bike with all winter. So like a very mild build, you know, not mild, but like something that was still usable and reliable. And I basically motored with, and I was like, and won basically what the highest level championship you could earn at the time. So it's like, you don't need this crazy shit to do it. You need a little bit of work, obviously, but find me a motorsport that you can win at the highest level that doesn't take some sort of bike modification.
And I can go to the antique tractor pull up here at the Gaslight where they're you know, paying $5 a hook and racing for a bush light, right? And I can, if you walk around that parking lot, I'm gonna talk to somebody that's got way too much money into this antique tractor. It's fucking racing, right?
Yep.
There's always gonna be somebody that is excited to build that bike. Let them. That's fine. It's America. You can do whatever the hell you want. And it's the same thing like when you go talk to people that work on street bikes, people that go buy street bikes, they'll go buy this performance part for $10,000 and it might make the bike run worse. They don't care. They just want to spend the money on it, right? So it's like, let them spend the freaking money. Tristan is a crazy talented rider. You were competitive because you were a talented rider. That's why you're competitive. It's the bike is only part of it, right?
Yep.
So, okay, sorry. That was my little soapbox moment there. But
well, I've said it before too, like the famous quote that Jared Gitter told me that his dad Jim said is like, you can be a good rider on a bad bike and do well, or you can be a mediocre rider on a great bike and do well. But to be dominant, you need to be a great rider on a great bike. And it doesn't matter what series we're on, who you are, where you're at. That rule does not change.
No, that's exactly right. So you rode all the classes except for the cool class, the 40 plus, obviously, Tristan, because you're just a baby. But what was your favorite class to ride then for the weekend?
Of course, open. I mean, nothing beats an open bike, especially on that long a hill. So I mean,
it's insane.
So much fun. Other than that, my second favorite had to be riding my 500.
I was gonna ask.
Nice.
We had done, you know, the normal last minute. I hadn't touched it since it got put away in the garage last year until the night before I was leaving. And we did a quick, you know, clean the carb, and I messed with a whole bunch of suspension stuff and got it thrown in. Evidently, either the float was set wrong or it needs a bigger float bowl. It ran out of gas in the same spot both runs. But that thing, just hearing that 500 for 25 seconds until it ran out of fuel was so much fun.
that hill, the 500s, I just felt bad for them when they'd go over. Like Ron Lohman, when he was going, I was like, oh man, that 500 just wants to be done so bad. He was just working it. It was like, that's a lot of hill for a 500.
It was rough.
Mine was loving it. I mean, I was smart enough, like I knew better and to start hitting the clutch. And I kept it just pointed dead straight, and just thing was just hovering the front wheel the whole way, and then it would just run out of gas. And the first run, I thought it blew up. It just did the instant, just bleh, and I was like, "Oh!" Man. I was ready to cry. Man, I only have like an hour on this thing.
When I raced mine there, when I got to the top, my handlebars felt like they were this big from vibrating so bad, and then my rear fender was melted from the exhaust, the heat of the exhaust hitting it.
That's how I felt. That stock 450 class, you could see, like my
Yeah.
first run, I felt like I was cooking, and then I just thought about arm pump, and the ride was instantly over. I couldn't run no more.
I had arm pump on my 500 big time.
Oh, funny.
42 seconds, I think.
Oh man. Just seen it earlier. Round of applause for P67 second run in the
Yeah.
stock class.
That's crazy.
I think he had 3 or 4 pivot turns, like straight almost foot plant 180 across the hill. Pretty
That's
well.
awesome. That's awesome. I think you had fast time of the weekend in the championship runoff. If I'm not mistaken, a 31-second ride in the championship runoff.
Yeah, King of the Hill. We came back at the end of the day, last rider, and I think we won about like second and a half.
That's moving. Did it feel that much faster when you were doing it?
It did. During the open class, I don't know exactly what the issue is. I think I got it figured out, but the open bike didn't want to run right. I kept wanting to cut out and kind of splitter and splatter, and I got it fixed for that King of the Hill, and that thing it was a whole new bike.
Wow.
I mean, that thing was going 100 mile an hour, cleaned up the bottom, and then just put my ass on the rear fender and closed my eyes.
The open class, you guys were hauling, and Ryan and I were pitted next to Luke Bonner, and Luke came down, and he's like, I don't know how fast I was going running through the lights, but it was fast. He's like, that's the fastest I've ever been going on an open bike. He goes, I had to be going 70 miles an hour when I went through the lights, and then you went faster than him, and then Craig Spencer went faster than both of you. Was it just acceleration from that half 3/4 way all the way to the top? Were you just accelerating all the way through the lights?
Oh yeah, all the way. I mean, really, it was more, I think, a little bit of luck, especially during that open, of just getting through those bumps clean.
Right.
And I mean, yeah, my bike, like open, I feel like I could have won it if the bike would have been running good. But coming across that top, it didn't want to like clean out. It was like stuck. Where it was sitting there blubbering. So I think I figured out what the problem was for King of the Hill, because it was like a whole new bike.
Okay, cool. Was it weird not having the chains?
You know, I did the Dominator deal, which I never really I think maybe I rode it one other time on that bike.
Okay.
And it felt really good there.
Nice.
I'm a big chain guy.
Yeah.
And I've tried that Viper on it, and me and the Viper on that bike don't get along really well. So I put the Dominator on, and it was good. I wasn't complaining one bit.
Yeah.
I don't know why or how, but the Buell's the same way. Like I put a Viper on it, and the rear tire just looks tiny, and the Viper just works, and we agree. So I'm like, or the Dominator works. Like I don't know why. Don't have it. It gets skatey at times, but it agrees with the big bikes, and I just let it ride.
Yeah, I think I'm continue on that path.
I haven't ever rode a paddle with the new 1190 much, because I've just been lucky enough to either go chain wheel or tire or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I was talking with actually Craig Spencer, who's coming on next segment, and I was like, man, I was testing at home at just so yippy. He's like, man, whatever you run those chains at, just run that paddle at. And I was like, all right, F it out. So I did it. I put my same chain set up, and I ran an offset Viper, which I was a little sus on, but I thought it was going to be really loose there. And when we were walking that hill, there was, Logan, like when you walked up the hill, it was like moisture all the way. Like you could kick into the hill, and it was dark, and it was maybe on the second day it started to get a little bit dry, but it was insane how much traction was in the hill or whatever.
Yep.
And that setup worked really on mine. I couldn't even stand up. My freaking elbow was so jacked, but I just like half throttle it, and I whacked it a couple times, and it was super responsive. So I'm excited to try it at Big Sky if I can heal up better here. But But yeah, that's what's fun, like developing these new setups, right? Like you always got to be learning with these open bikes, don't you, Tristan?
Oh yeah. I knew it was super rough, and I was like, man, I've always like set that open bike up pretty like dead and stiff. Well, I must have forgotten Devils last year. I cranked the crap out of the rebound to just try to make it as stiff as possible. And by the time we got done with the weekend, I took 25 clicks of rebound out of it. It's like a whole new bike. I should probably pay attention some more to this.
Yeah, no, it's a little different setup from Devils to X12. A little bit different.
Very different.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. You had a great weekend. You came out on the podium on the open class 700. You were doing good. Probably the 600 was the only disappointing finish for you. That was due to not having gas in going through the cylinders, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, Friday was a kind of a mess all day, but Saturday we put it on the box all in every class.
Right.
Got 2 wins, so I
Awesome.
was happy. Put a smile back on my face for the weekend.
Hell yeah! What's next up on the schedule for you then?
Washington next weekend.
Woo.
The plan at this point is to race everything on the West Coast again. So
Great, awesome,
Nice.
man. Cool.
gonna be a busy summer.
Yeah.
I think we have a weekend off in like September. So
I was just looking today, and if everything for me goes to plan, I'm racing every weekend until like I think August.
Wow, you guys.
yeah, we have a race or a wedding on my calendar every weekend until I think like September 9th or 10th.
Holy
Nice.
crap!
So
Damn
it's
it.
gonna be a hectic summer.
For sure.
It's the best way.
Part of that, we're talking to 2/3 this year's USA Motoclimb team going to Brest, France in July. And really fun at X12. We got to bring out our fundraiser, and we got some merch available, but also we have a really cool opportunity for fans to support the team, and it's all going 100% to rider support. We have a little bit of a fun thing where you spend $100 donation, you buy a support sticker, and that gives you an opportunity at a chance at 3 prizes: a brand new E-Ride Pro SR from Hansen's Motorsports, which is the most badass e-bike they sell, 70-mile-an-hour badass bike. Second place, Honda Generator, and third place is $500 cash. And I know both these guys will have some tickets with them when they go to Washington. If you guys want to support them, that money is going directly to them. So when you buy the ticket right from the rider, they each got a select amount of tickets that goes right to them. And it's my job to get the tickets to supply the money for the prizes. So if you see these guys at Washington, hit them up. That support sticker is fucking killer too. That's gonna look cool on your toolbox. It's got everybody's numbers on it. It's got 2026 support team on it. It's really sweet. So look these guys up. But Tristan, we're gonna cut her short tonight because we're gonna go on to another guest. But hey, good job, dude. You rep Team USA proud at X12, and really fun to see you up on the box all day. Second day there at X12. Good job, man.
Thank you. You guys have a good night.
Yeah, we'll
Thanks.
see you at Washington. Best of luck, bud.
Against the Grain Design and Print is proud to announce its partnership with Find the Line. Against the Grain works with clients to build their business and racing goals through the design and production of premium stickers and decals. We offer one-of-a-kind subscriptions for a flat monthly fee that can save you hundreds of dollars. Custom mailers, white label printing, motocross graphics, and anything else you can think of, we have you covered. It's time to print your passion. Visit atgdesign.co or email sales@atgdesign.co.
Hey there, Find the Line listeners. We will always be looking for partnerships for Find the Line. Please email findthelinepod@gmail.com to see how we can work together to grow your brand. Once again, that's findthelinepod@gmail.com. Now, let's get back to it.
Woo! Oh, welcome back. Against the Grain Design had everybody looking good out at X12. And we just talked to another podium presence from the weekend. Now we got the fast man on here. We got the man himself that builds it, that rides it, that does it all and goes so damn fast. The number 571 from Morgan, Utah, Craig Spencer. Craig, how's it going tonight?
It's going good.
Dude, are you still vibrating from X12? I mean, holy shit, you were going fast out there.
Yeah, it was fun. A little rough, but a little sore for a couple days, and now I'm just tearing bikes down, trying to start over again.
This will not surprise you, but during your Pro Masters a flex of dominance, I had several people ask, what the hell bike is that? And I said, oh, I remember that bike. That's a 600, but she's got like a freaking 40 horse of nitrous going through her. What is that exact bike you're riding in the Pro Masters class, Craig?
It's a 05 GSXR 600 motor, and I built that for a buddy back when the Widowmaker was still running, and I actually just bought it back from him this year, so I at least got one good run out of it before we burn it up. So now we're tearing into it. So
Did you have to bring one bike for every run on the weekend?
it seemed that way. I got my 1290 finally running good, and I flipped the chain and broke that on the first run. I tried that on, and then I got to run home and get the old GSXR 1317, and Worked on that for about 2.5 hours Saturday morning so I could ride it in the open. And old Trusty held true. So
Oh yeah.
it was good. I was about ready to throw in the towel, and I'm glad I didn't. So
At least you're close enough to home. You could just go home and get extra bikes.
Yeah,
That's
it
pretty
was,
nice too.
Definitely a busy weekend.
I remember
really lows.
I remember back in 2019 or 2018, we were there racing Pro Masters. Unfortunately, we were both qualified back then to ride it. And I remember I had Snowflake, my 520, just hauling, and you hung like 4 seconds on me with that 600. And I remembered wondering, did he break the effing sound barrier on that damn bike? You were going so fast. And you told me when we were walking up, you're like, I think there's like a 40 horse shot on that summit. I've never seen something pull so hard. And it rang true again, but we found its limits, I guess, this weekend is what you're saying.
Yeah, I guess I found the limit. I think I made a mental error. I don't know. I think it was, the more I think about it, it was kind of my fault.
It happens.
I kind of went to, I don't know. I sat there for a while and I don't think I was thinking. And I just gave that thing wide open, didn't even rev it up at all. And I think it just, I don't know. I feel like the secondary butterflies weren't open and it just got a bunch of fuel on the top and popped. Because every one of the butterflies was bent when I took the thing apart.
Dang.
Yeah,
That's
wasn't just one of them like I thought. So, yeah, I'm not sure. It was kind of interesting. Scared the hell out of me.
I bet, man. You obviously got to ride pretty much did you ride the 600 Pro Altered, Craig?
No, I don't like tires.
Okay. I was gonna say I didn't remember. So you rode almost all the classes, but over the weekend, what was your and you were riding on Ron's Hills too, on the left-hand side over there as well, right?
Yeah, that's where I went over to decide to take a practice run on the 1290. That's where I broke that because I've never rode it in a hill climb and didn't really know about the gearing, and I just kind of wanted to get some seat time on it. And it went for about 400 feet, maybe 500.
Oh, dang it.
So
do we think a rock got in the pans, or what do you think happened?
Kind of looking at it, I'm thinking that's what either the rocks got in there or maybe bent the pans and then the chain derailed onto the I don't know. That's the only thing I can really figure because it makes sense.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, especially on that hill. And I was kind of turning and then I just had barely gotten straight and it just, I don't know. So I don't know if I hit something or there's so many rocks in that dirt that you can't see. So
did you just build that 1290 over the winter? I didn't even know that you had one until just now. So
yeah, I built it last year and I couldn't get nobody to do the wiring harness. And then I finally found a guy last summer to do the wiring harness. And then I actually was going to bring it out to Ohio for AJ Christofferson to ride. And I took it up and the first run up a practice run, it slipped a tooth on the cam. The hydraulic cam chain tensioner failed. So I found out that's a weak link on those that you need to replace those guys. So yeah, it's been a story with the 1290. I'm hoping one day it'll actually make a run all the way over a hill.
That's the worst part about building a new bike, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it seemed to, I've got it really running good, but I don't know.
That's good.
Hopefully the chain, it was just bad luck and we're ready to go other than that. So
for people that don't know, Craig, I mean, for many years, you've been building some extremely quality bikes.
Yeah.
We've seen Dave Perigo run a number of your bikes. I've watched a lot of your bikes get filtered back east. What does it feel like when you see your bikes just around for all these years still running like that?
I think it's pretty cool to see them, I mean, it's cool that, the bike I just won on is 22 years old since I built it. And the motor in it, funny story is that motor came out of the original open bike I bought from Davey Johnston out of Billings.
That's awesome.
Back in 97. So the only thing different is I put a big block on it and then put some cams in it and that's it.
Is that a KZ?
No, it's a GSXR 1100 base motor.
GSXR 1100. Yep. You're the only person that gets a GSXR 1100 and has to make it bigger.
Well, I think Harold Waddell did.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, they wrong.
My favorite is Kirk's story about his because he bought the big bore kit for it before he ever hill climbed it. And then he said he rode it one time. He said, fuck that. I don't need the big bore kit.
I don't know. I feel like, I mean, they do run good stock, but I don't know. I feel like it gives you more torque and more gearing,
Yep.
Well,
I definitely feel like they run.
Isn't there something you can't own anything stock? Isn't that how you kind of roll though? I think everything you have is not stock, right?
Well, I'm trying to with that 1290, but I don't know. We'll just maybe we'll have to add something to it too. Who knows? The amount of money I've got in it, I probably should have put it on nitro or something.
Right.
Might have been cheaper at this point.
Yeah. I think that's how heavier entrance bikes ended up on methanol and nitro, or I guess just methanol now. Is like they had the same intention, and then it was going to be so expensive to wire it. They're like, might as well just put it on methanol and do the mechanical injection. It's cheaper.
Yeah, I think it really would have been. I mean, my goal was I'm getting old and I kind of want to just hit that start button and drive up to the line. I'm tired of dealing with the starter cart.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it's just me and my wife pretty much now. I mean, I get asked buddies to help me, but it's like at X12. I mean, it's a quarter mile of the hill and it's hill. So if you don't have a way to get that starter cart up there, I mean, it's an experience.
Yeah.
So,
Craig, Logan and I, one of our happiest moments we've ever had is when we loaded a race trailer and there was no starter cart in it. That just made us both so freaking happy that we weren't hauling it back and forth, taking it, having problems, fixing the starter cart, everything. And we fought Todd because Todd loves starter carts. That's his favorite thing in the world, is to have a starter cart. And we high-fived when we loaded the trailer and there was no starter cart in it.
Can you imagine if I would have been 14 when X12 opened up? Dad wouldn't have given a shit.
Yeah,
He would have looked at
he would have said, "Get that thing up there. I don't care if it's a quarter mile uphill."
I would have had to start pulling the starter cart for the open class while the 700 class was running.
well, he was probably running the Harley back then, wasn't he?
He was.
Probably a great big old starter motor on for that.
Oh
thing.
yeah, that thing was the heaviest starter cart and the smallest tires.
Had freaking
and bent axles.
Yeah, forklift batteries and 4-inch tires on there to get through the sand good, you know?
Yeah, me and my one of my other buddies, we both had an EX650 on nitro, and we were hauling his up somewhere, and one of the wheels just fell right off it. The hub just broke out of it. So then the rest of the weekend, we were dragging that thing around on one wheel. But we had 2 starter carts, so we could leave one up at the line and one back at the trailer. So that kind of helped out.
That's smart.
That's high living right there. We would have given anything for that.
Yeah.
I know back in my day, I used to look at those starter carts that had the big, like 16-inch bicycle tires on them and just think they were living the luxury life.
Yeah, I feel like the tray was still low, so it probably would still get high centered on everything. They had like the 10-speed wheels on them.
Right, right. Oh,
that'll roll over anything until it high centers.
What did you think, Craig, about the new promoter out there at the Pro Hills at X12?
Oh, I think Derek and his family did excellent. Very smooth, and I mean, I know he had this idea of straightening the hill out, which obviously, it really still didn't end up very straight. You kind of end up going where you think it's going to be smooth, I guess.
Yeah.
So it was fun. It definitely, I think, I would imagine everybody liked it a little better than doing the off camber across them big hoonies.
Right.
That stuff always sketched me out in the past years, doing wide open on an open bike across off camber with the cattle trails and
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really know anything but to hold it wide open. So I would do it anyway. And then you get done and you're like, man, that was sketchy. Definitely felt a little bit safer this year, I guess, to hold it wide open.
That's a really good point too. Like when you're doing that heavy off camber and you're going so fast, man, one little bump and now you're pointed down, and it's just on that big stuff. It's so hard. Where you were right. This last weekend, we were pointing north the whole time. We might have been veering a little bit here or there, but we were steaming north the whole time, which made it a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, much better.
Mm-hmm.
Much better. And no missed times all weekend. That was amazing. And I love that we were talking to Tristan, a packet with all the rules in for the series. And have you ever got a packet with your name highlighted on the classes before, Craig?
I don't think so.
That was
the only fact I've ever got been at Billings, and I don't think they even highlight your name. So
no, that was very, very impressive. I was impressed with Ron's side too. All the damn people over there. Could you believe how many people were on the amateur side racing over there? That was awesome.
Yeah, I think it's good, and I think it was really good that they were able to focus on that. I mean, it still seemed like they take a while, but it seemed like it ran a lot smoother.
Yeah,
I asked him to borrow lights and,
Yeah.
right. And I think it was cool that there was a lot going on the amateur side, and that was a lot longer day than what we had. I thought it helped highlight what we're doing over there. We're running smooth. We're really cool bikes, going fast. We're really loud, lots of them. These people that are just getting their toes in the amateur side, they look over and they're like, hell, I want to be part of that party, right? I mean, that's kind of fun. And it's cool that Ron was there getting the amateurs and the people. And God, that one morning, this freaking Stasic bike class over there must have been 300 people over there. I just love that. All those little kids had their moms, dads, grandpas, grandmas, aunts, uncles, everybody was there. I mean, that's just freaking awesome for the sport. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's definitely nice to be able to have that the way it was, and they can see what we're doing, and
Right.
And then it was nice Saturday where we knew that everybody knew it was going to run smooth, so we was able to delay a little bit to let everybody go help the smaller kids and
Yep.
their own kids or whatever.
Right.
So that was definitely a good thing.
Yeah. No,
mean-
and I thought, you're a Utah local, a native, right? And when you think of Utah, you think the Widowmaker, and you just think of all of our history and hill climbing and how tight it is with the state of Utah. And when they announced that X12 is Utah's only hill climb, I'm like, damn it, that just makes me so sad that it's the only one. But I think it just ups the importance on what Derek and his family are doing, taking the professional side and raising up the amplitude of the professional side of racing. It's important. It's so important for professional hill climbing to be in Utah. There is so much opportunity there. We want it to live and breathe and just thrive. And I was so pumped to see a promoter with the energy of him and his family come in. I thought that was just epic.
Yeah, it's very good to see that. It'd be nice to have more, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's I feel like it's hard put on any state really. So
It's
I mean,
tough.
just to get any promoter, I mean, even Ron, as much as maybe he can't run everything, it's just like he's always kind of been in the game for the last 25 or 26 years. And
Yeah.
I mean, he does a lot for the sport too,
Yes.
He does.
Just to
Big
have
time.
somebody that keeps taking on that responsibility is big in my opinion,
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's where I just wanted to point out like all the people that he was bringing in because there's been some controversy with some of the uh, when he's ran some things and it's got a little bit loose here or there or whatever, and I get it, but he's trying to do a lot with a little, and I get that. But what I thought was cool was all those people that he was bringing in there and having the two promoters at X12 where there's those two unique hills. I thought it was a really good thing. I thought it was a really good step in the direction we want to go. And I'm excited for the future. And I would definitely go back to X12 and go again. Although I had an idea, Craig, that at the end of the race, we should have went up and painted all those big rocks. So when they started to get grass on them, maybe we could see them. What do you think?
I don't know. I think it just scared me if I knew there was rocks there. I only really remember kind of like one huge rock that was toward the top, and I was on my 450, and I go whizzing by this thing, and I'm like, man, if I was over 6 inches, I'd be done right now. I mean, that thing was like probably a foot and a half tall, and I'm like, by the time I even seen it, my foot was passing it. I just kind of seen it out of the corner of my eye. I was like, well, I'm glad I wasn't 6 inches to the left because I'd have been done. And that's the only one I really remember that was big enough that I felt like would have taken me out or taken somebody out if they hit it. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I feel like when I walked it, the rocks look a lot more scary than they are.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of them kind of sit flat enough. I think you just jump most of them, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When
That
we were
hill's so rough.
when Ryan Wyatt and I were walking it, we took I'd say like chest sized rocks. I probably took like 5 of them and rolled them off the course size or whatever. But there's a couple of them we came up to that were that size and they were in the hill. Like you couldn't wiggle them. So it's like those are the ones that are going to cause some massive problems. Like the loose ones, I don't think they upset the apple cart as much as the ones that just don't wiggle.
Yeah, I agree. And it's kind of funny because we were sitting there, I think it was in the 450 class. And I want to say it was my second run. So my first run was pretty deep. Well, it was in the 700 class, I guess. I was riding my 450. I got to get used to that whole change now. But anyway, everybody was kind of going in the middle at the beginning. I don't know if you remember, they were going in the middle. My second run, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go hug the red flags. I mean, I walked that hill like 6 times, I think. So I kind of knew where most everything was, but there was actually a huge planted rock right. I think I just ended up jumping it because I tried to like go in between it and the red flag and I ended up over like a foot. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to wheelie this thing and go.
Yeah.
And I didn't even notice it was there, but it was like huge and it was planted. And it was funny because when we went to open, everybody started hitting that same exact line that I hit on my 450 on the 700 class. And it ended up being the line for the whole day after that. It was kind of crazy, but there was actually a huge rock that was like just planted in there.
Okay.
And I feel like you just kind of skimmed over it.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's just so many rocks on the hill. I mean, there's more rocks than there is dirt, but that middle section, it wasn't the rocks. It was like those tufts of grass that were causing all the problems, wasn't it? And that's where we didn't get really talking to Tristan, but the bottom section, I thought that really helped how they dug the launch and we got some good momentum out of the whole shot. And then there was like the little tiered section. It was still a little sketchy. Like you could race through it, but there were some square edges. But then after that last terrace for like the next 400 feet, it was just landmine city, wasn't it, through there?
Yeah, kind of steep section right in the middle. I mean, I remember on my open run, I think I only hit like one hoonie in there. And I feel like on my 450, like my first run, I hit like 3 where it just kind of bucks you. And you're just like, I got to keep a hammer down because if you don't come down the throttle and you're just going to lose all your momentum and you're going to be done. And like you hit one and then all of a sudden you hit another one. And I just felt like a lot of guys would like hit it and then kind of get freaked out or something and let off. And so then their bike would start swapping. And I'm just like, you know what, the harder I get kicked, the harder I'm going to turn the throttle because I just feel like it would keep you going straight. And that was the only thing that, like, I don't know, I feel like that's the only thing that keeps you straight on that hill, just momentum.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As soon as you lose momentum, it just starts kicking you everywhere. I don't know. It's crazy to see some of the guys get up there. And I think it was like I was sitting there on my open run and I'm just like, hey, my time was quick. And I think Tristan had run and I'm just sitting there like, hey, like sometimes you sit there and think, well, I don't think that guy's bike's fast enough. But then like I'm sitting there and I thought it was like, I thought there was one rider left. I'm like, oh, cool. It's in the bag. Like, and then he had a mechanical. And then all of a sudden Max Geisler pulls up there and I'm like, oh man. Right. And I think that he honestly probably would have beat me, but he got kicked sideways one time in the middle of the hill. And I'm just like, I don't know what it is on that hill. You're just sitting there like, I really like, I love riding the hill, but I don't want to ride again.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's crazy.
The truth.
It's so fun.
Yeah, and that's amazing too. Like when you're looking at, is it 1,500 feet? What do they claim that hill as? Do you remember, Craig?
They said it's 1,700 in the past. I don't know where they straightened it out a little bit if it's a little shorter, but they said it was 1,700 the one year, I believe.
So let's just say
kind of running over to the right.
Let's just say it's 1,700 feet. I mean, that's a massive hill. But here you are in the open class. You won, and you had a 32.191. And you're just talking about Max Geisler, and Max got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He got 6th, and he had a 34.654. So I mean, that's 2.5 seconds over 1,700 feet when it was just hucker after hucker in the middle. I mean, it was pretty tight because you had a 32.191, and Tristan had a 32.505, which I mean, man, I mean, that's not a ton of separation. That's for such a long ass hill.
Yeah. Like I was sitting there thinking, doing the math, and I'm like 1.5 seconds. I mean, that's only like, even if it was like 1.7 seconds, that's only a tenth every 100 feet.
Yeah.
You could screw a tenth up every 100 feet easily, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's nothing, right?
Right.
Like, I mean, we're usually talking like, oh, you lose by a tenth or whatever. But I mean, you know, most hills are like 300 feet tall.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And then I was petted next to Luke Bonner, and Luke was like, I don't know how fast I was going once through lights, but that's the fastest I've ever went on an open bike. I had been going 70 miles an hour through lights. He's like, it was insane how fast I was going through lights. And Luke got 3rd place. So, I mean, damn, you guys were just hauling ass.
Yeah, Luke killed it all weekend. I think he was, I think he won the 600 class. And he came back, and I'm like, dude, you were so smooth. I'm like, I think you're going to win that class. I think he was riding a 4-cylinder, and I think he ended up winning that class. But yeah, Luke was killing it. Like, I don't know, it was crazy. Like, it was kind of cool because a lot of us old guys were like doing really well there.
Yeah.
Like Jason Geisler, I mean, he got his stock 450 over the hill. I mean,
Heck yeah.
like a couple times he did it in the King of the Hill too. And I
That's
threw out
awesome.
$100 there, so the guys would feel like they were racing for something. So I had to go give Jason $100 at the end of the day. It was kind of cool.
That's awesome, man. That's
Yeah.
super cool. No, Jason's been riding great. And I think that's the Pro Masters class. It's just a fun class. And it is like, it helps us keep involved. And it's hill climbing. You're never out of it until you're out of it, right? So it's been really fun to watch people like yourself, Jason, Luke Bonner, all these guys. Just because you're in your 40s, you're not done. We got lots of racing left, and we have a class just for us in case you feel like you need it, right? So it's kind of fun.
Yeah, definitely fun getting to ride an extra bonus class, I think.
Oh, heck yeah. No, for sure. For sure. Yeah, it was kind of fun for the ProMaster class. We had 17 bikes at X12. I mean, that's a pretty freaking good ProMaster class. I mean, it used to be you'd see like, 10 to 12 or 14 or whatever, but now we've been seeing closer to 20 about every week. It's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, I see Bronson in there now, and he pulls up, and now I know how everybody felt when they were 48 and I was 40. They're like, oh my gosh, I got to race against him. I mean, Bronson's a damn good rider, and I'm just like, oh man.
Yeah, I think we got to check his ID. I don't know. I think that's a little bit kind of like Corey Earhart. There's no way that Corey Earhart's in the 40 plus class. I can't believe it, right?
Yeah, and he's it's crazy. I mean, I guess we all get there. I feel like a lot of days you don't feel like it, but man, older. I don't feel like I felt 40 until I was 45, and then once I hit 45, I'm like, man, I'm old. I'm closer to 50 now.
No, you can't. You gotta stop counting. After a while, it don't matter. You just keep doing what you can do, and that's all you can ask.
Heck yeah.
You were a little bit faster in open. You turned to 33.9 in the ProMaster class. So that extra, what would that be, about 800 cc's? That got you about a second a time, it looks like. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, and the thing that's funny is I think that 600 could probably go that fast, but it's just, I feel like it's just with that nitrous, it's a lot harder to ride. And I've always felt like the 600, I don't know if it's the torque, but they don't soak up the big bumps as good. I mean, it's the same like on a 450. I just don't feel like they soak up the big bumps quite as well.
Well, and that's just because you're an open bike guy. Like once you're an open bike, that's all there is. There's nothing else, right?
I think there was quite a few years where that's the only thing I'd travel around, and that's the only thing I would enter because I didn't have a 450 or anything else, and I'd just travel all over and just ride open.
Oh hell yeah! No,
but
that's awesome.
I finally bought a 450, and it's been fun. It's kind of a good warm up.
Yeah, oh for sure. The new modern 450s too. They're fun. Like they just keep pulling for a little motor. Yeah. They'll do a lot. They're pretty impressive.
Way impressive.
What you've built? We're hoping to have you back on at a later date, Craig, to kind of go in more in depth in your life and career. But like when we're talking about these open bikes, you've built so many cool bikes. What's been your favorite open bike so far that you've built and rode?
My probably just like fresh build is when I built a GSX R1000 back in, I don't know, it was probably like 06 or I don't know, back then sometime. And it took me a while. That was when we were first all getting into the EFI, and it took me a while to figure out the wiring harness. I had a place to do it, and they didn't put a resistor in there to trick it to think it's in fifth gear or whatever. And it took me like a year to figure that out. Once I figured that out, I was really good on it in the tire class.
Okay.
And just, I mean, as far as like exhibition, like my GSXR 1300 is like probably my overall favorite, but as far as just building something and it just worked like flawless to me.
Yeah.
And it was easier to ride. Yep. Like I always tell people my open bike, my GSXR 1300, it's kind of a jalopy. Like the clutch has never worked right. Like I've tried different things and I've never been able, it's always like a quarter inch from the bar. And like, I honestly don't even know how I ride it. Like at least not. I feel like if it felt like a 450 clutch or something, I'd probably be a lot more consistent with it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it's luckily a lot of the open hills we ride, you don't have to be quite as finesse.
Right.
But I don't know. Like I feel like it could be better, but I don't know how to make it better.
Right.
So it's kind of one of those things. I mean, I had the thing, I tried to get the carburetors on it. It has electrons, and I tried to get a machine down one time, and the guy like caught it in his lathe and like ripped half the carburetor off.
Oh shit.
Well, then he bought me a new carburetor, and the carburetor he bought me is like supposed to be the same thing, but it has like a choke on it, and like the gas inlet's on the wrong side. And,
Oh crap.
dude, I've ran it like that for like probably since 2009, and it runs great. But I'm like looking at it, and I'm always like, I'm going to buy a new set of carburetor, but I don't even know where to get a set of electrons for less than $4,000 anymore.
Right.
So like, as long as it runs, I guess I'll just run it. But that's why I built the 1290, is because you can't really find a lot of parts for them old bikes.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, it's time to just upgrade to something.
Great.
And I feel like, honestly, I went out and test run the 1290 a couple times, and I honestly feel like it's faster than my 4-cylinder.
I bet you it will be. I think that someone like yourself, once you get that thing where you like it, you're going to love the way it delivers the power, and they're just a little bit more predictable, but they still have that long running speed. So I'm really excited to see the future with you on that 1290. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be exciting. And it definitely, and it feels narrow.
Yeah.
Like, even just that one run, I only went like 500 feet, but it just felt like I was more on a 450 bike,
Oh yeah.
Instead of my knees all being weird. And
Right.
I mean, I don't really notice it on the 4-cylinder, but I actually really noticed it not being like that when I got on the 1290. So that's kind of cool. Excited.
Back when you were building your big inlines, there wasn't an option. There really wasn't a V-twin option that could compete with them. That's why everybody had those big inlines. So that's you had to do what you had to do.
Yeah.
When it comes to racing at X12, what's your favorite setup there? I mean, are you running a Viper or a Dominator, or what do you prefer to run on that hill?
I've always ran an offset Dominator there, and then last year or 2 years ago, maybe I think I bought like just a straight one because it was available.
Okay.
And the offset one, I don't know what it is, but like 2 or 3 different years there, like I would blow that thing, like hit a rock and blow it right off the rim. I remember one year,
Wow.
I don't know, I placed 3rd or 4th. I had a good ride, and I come back and I'm like, the tube's like literally sticking out the side of the rim, and they're like, because I had it on a 4 1/4 inch rim.
Woo! Oh,
Wow.
So,
that's a big one.
yeah, and I finally just realized, you know what, I just need to go to like a 3 or 3.5 inch rim, because even though I have rim locks and stuff on it, there's just not enough pressure. And it just started, like, with that hill being so rough, it just started blowing the tires off the sidewall off the rim. And
Shit.
I'm like, I literally rode the thing with the tube halfway out of it. It was weird. It was the weirdest thing. I'm like, I can't believe I got over the hill with the tube still had air in it. It was bizarre.
That's impressive. That's a hell of a tube.
I've always liked the offset Dominator for pure traction, but everything, like on that 600, I ran the offset Viper.
Okay.
And I like to do the 20 paddle thing. A lot of guys are like, oh, you should only run a 16. And I feel like the more paddles, the better.
Yep.
I think they just hook up better and they last a lot longer. So that's kind of part of my reasoning behind them, is they hold up a lot longer if you know,
Awesome.
they don't rip as bad or whatever. So
Great.
The hill out there, I feel like it's loose enough that, I mean, even if you could run chains, I don't think you'd want to.
All those rocks, I don't think it would. I don't think it would work with all those freaking rocks.
Well, and even if it did, I feel like it'd take enough power that you'd probably go slower. I feel like the dirt's soft enough that a paddle, I think an offset Viper or Dominator is going to work well out there.
Yeah. I mean, my normal go-to is if it's an unwatered hill, it's metal, but when we got there on Friday, walking the hill, or Thursday, there was a lot of moisture in that hill. Like it was really impressive, all the moisture that was in that hill. So it was some of the best conditions I'd seen since the few times I'd been there. But
yeah, it happened to rain. I think I had to go out of town on that Monday right before the climb, and it rained. It was raining. It rained a lot.
Okay.
And I don't think I've ever seen that much moisture in that hill.
No.
It was nice. I mean, I don't even think it really started getting dusty until like after 700 class.
Yep. Yeah. Agreed. And that, like Logan and I, the one time that he was there, we had to get pulled into the pits because it was raining so hard. But the moisture never had a chance to like soak into the hill. And I think it was just like a quick rain. It wasn't like a soaking rain or whatever. And it was dusty that same day after that. But it must have been like a long soaking rain or something, because I was super impressed how dark that dirt was. Even when it started to loam up, it didn't get light colored till, like you said, later in the 700 or open is when it was starting to get kind of light and fluffy.
Yeah, it definitely. I feel like even then a guy would ride and it'd still turn dark in the new trail, you know. So
Right.
it was definitely held moisture. It was nice.
Yeah. It
Last
was.
year out there it was way dry. Like
Yeah.
I remembered hitting it on my open bike and like it just like when it's kind of got some traction in there, it just feels like it's just pulling like forever, right? And last
Right.
year I felt like I was actually just like it was kind of spinning. Like I
Right.
kind of tapped out and the bike was just like over revving or something. It was kind of weird, but
Yeah. Yeah, like the freaking silt that used to be on the top of Washington, where it's just like powder. It's just like there's nothing there. There's
yeah.
nothing for the paddle to scoop. It's just all air.
Yeah, it almost makes you wonder if that dirt at X12 is kind of volcanic or something. I mean, I know there's not really a lot of volcanic rock in there, but I feel like it might be kind of remnants of some kind of volcanic action
Must
because
be.
it turns into that really silty stuff.
Yes. Yep. Yep. No, for sure. It was good that they moved that top over too, so that we weren't going through that same old path that you guys went through so much before. I thought that was a good call in the promoters to move that hill over. I thought that worked out really good.
Yeah, it was nice moving over there, I think.
Yeah.
They didn't have to go over and go in that dip or whatever on that off camber.
Yep. Yep. What's on your schedule for the rest of the season, Craig?
Well, hopefully I get some parts and I'll be going to Washington next weekend.
Woo!
That's the
Nice.
goal.
Nice. That's
I
good.
don't think I'm going to have a 700 bike, but I'm
Okay.
working on the 1290. I think I'm going to have it back together.
Nice.
Hopefully.
Awesome.
If not, I'm going to get really busy Sunday and swap the motor out. So
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, you'll be busy.
yeah, I already dropped the 600 today. So,
Oh,
but I
man.
feel like dropping them's easy. It's putting them back together. It takes a minute. Trying to get all the wires stuffed in there,
Oh,
man.
yeah. Yeah. They never go back together the exact same way, it seems like every time.
Nope. And then you always have a good idea how to do it easier, and it usually makes it worse. Like,
No,
I think this will work better. And you're like, nope, that's not going to work.
are you hoping to race all of Rockwell and all of the American Hill Climb West, or what are you thinking about doing for the year?
I kind of want to just do American Hillclimb West,
Okay.
but we'll just see how that turns out, I guess.
Okay, cool. That's
I
is
don't know
that
if I'll go Rockwell or not.
okay? That's probably pretty damn close for you, isn't it? The American Hill Climb this year.
Well, yeah, I guess it's compared to where you guys are, sure. Yeah, I mean, I think Sunnyside like 9.5 hours, but
Okay.
the Port Angeles one's still like a 15-hour deal. So
It is. Okay.
It's a long ways up there.
Damn.
yeah,
I didn't know it was
looks like
that far from you guys. Wow. That
looks
is a
like
haul.
almost to the ocean up there or something.
It's damn near as northwest as you can go in the States.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's a pull then. Have you ever been to that hill before, Craig?
Port Angeles
Yeah.
or Washington? I have not been up there.
Well, I didn't realize there'd been such a history there. They were talking. I can't remember, but it's been many years they've been having hill climb there. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It sounds fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. The
Cool.
drive don't sound fun, but I shouldn't complain. I mean, what's that for you guys? Like 40-hour drive?
Not that bad, but close.
Yeah.
That's
It's
crazy.
I think it's 2,000 miles from when I looked last, maybe 1,800 miles. So it's probably close to 30 hours.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
I would when you're at Washington, I would just make notes and just remember that you're racing for a future, because it would be really fun to see you race in American Hill Climb West and go to Washington this fall and throw your frickin' hat in the national championship, Craig.
That would be
Frickin'
cool.
epic, man. I hope that you have a great season and you're there battling for a freaking championship, dude. That'd be awesome.
Heck yeah. That's kind of what I'd like to do. I wanted to do that last year, so
Yep.
I want to really make it happen. So
Good for you, man. That's
that'll
cool.
be
Well,
fun.
we'll be sending you tons of positive vibes, and I'm hoping that all your parts come early or on time, and they come correct, and they're not for the model ahead or the model behind or whatever. You know how that shit goes. So we're sending all kinds of positive vibes your way.
Well, I guess if they don't show up, we'll see how the old Jigsaw does.
You might, it's a little farther away. You might want to pack an extra bike just in case, Craig. You can't run back home,
Well, I'm hoping to bring 2 with me just
There
in
you go.
case.
Awesome. Cool. Well, dude, I know you're a busy, man. Thank you so much for your time. Freaking unbelievably awesome job riding at X12. It was so fun watching you in the Pro Masters and the Open class just fucking throw down, dude. It was epic watching you go so fast. And hopefully you get everything together. And dang, we really hope we can circle back later this summer and get the whole story from start to finish of what you've been doing your whole life. So if you don't mind, we'll cut her short today and say thanks, Craig. Get your parts, get your shit fixed, and let's get that 1290 ripping
Back
at
to work.
Washington, okay?
Sounds good to me. Thank you guys.
All right. Have a good night, Craig. We'll talk soon, buddy.
See ya.
See it.
Man, that was freaking epic. Craig and Tristan. I mean, I was so pumped to get Craig on because the dude has just been going so fast for so long, but I think he kind of flies under the wire. His builds are epic, right?
Yeah.
And it was funny talking to Kirk, and he was having Craig was having some issues, and he called Kirk, and Kirk was trying to help him this or that or whatever. And Craig, he gets stuff figured out, and some of those builds he did from Dave back in the day, it's just such builds that are still working today and winning today.
Yep.
It's fun. But then Tristan, here's a guy 20. What did he say? He was 23. He's 23 years old. He's just building his team up and getting things figured out, and kind of two bookends. Not that one's just getting started, and not that one's getting done, but they're just at two ends of the spectrum for racing, and they were 1-2 on the podium at the open class for the Rockwell Pro Hillclimb Series. And I just love that about our sport, that you don't have to be 19. You don't have to be 35. You can build a bike that works for you. You can do all these different things. And on that hill, when you got 1,700 feet of running wild, I mean, that's pretty crazy stuff,
Yeah, it's cool. I'm pumped that we got Craig on. I didn't know if he'd be up for doing it or not, but it's awesome. He was one of the OGs of like the Rockwell series when my dad was racing. So we spent a lot of time talking to him and his dad back in the day, and just we were around him a lot. So it's fucking awesome to see him continuing to race, especially now that he's getting a little bit older. And he's like, and what's even cooler is, like he said, he just, once it comes race time, he only knows one speed. And it's like from day one watching him ride, that's how it is. And it's how it's always been. And it's no surprise, but it's really cool that he went to X12 and won in the open class. But it's his style, like lean back, keep her pinned, just let her eat through the rough shit. Like that's what I remember him doing.
Right.
All throughout watching him. So pretty cool.
No, that's awesome. And then Tristan, very calculated, a rider that can ride his bike so hard, and he has that moto style, but he makes it work. And on that X12 hill, you have to be a little loose on the bike to get through that rough stuff. And we saw riders like, Max Geisler, who's really a young, really talented rider, coming hard and fast. But sometimes I wonder when they just don't have. Max is a smaller guy, and he's strong, but he just doesn't have that mass to kind of plow him through some of those areas where you watch guys like Tristan, guys like Craig, they're going really fast, and they're keeping that mass going straight. They're like Craig was talking about, he was just wheeling through and powering through all those hooters, and he wasn't getting slapped around as much. And I think it's that mass, like they got that dad bod mass going. And I think sometimes it helps you, not often, but sometimes it helps you,
Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely can, especially in those rough ones. They just help keep the bike a little settled and whatnot.
Right.
For sure.
Fun race though. I can't wait to go back. I think that it's a hill that we all wish that we could just get those freaking scary ass rocks out of there, but you can't. And, I think that they did everything they could to make the hill as safe and as fun and raceable as possible. And that's all you can ask, right? You can't, what more can you ask for it? It's up to us as riders to take that ultimate risk, and they were doing everything they could. So I can't wait to go back.
Yeah. Like they always say, there's no one is in control of your right wrist besides yourself. So you have to take into account the risk you're willing to put into it. And if it's more than what you want, you let off. And if not, you just let her eat, like Craig says.
Yeah.
But
WFO.
I do seriously think that there's some epic potential at a venue like that to do our vertical straight rhythm races or some style of that. I don't know if it's maybe not the the perfect venue or the goals of what X12 has, but there's some cool opportunity if they're going to start putting some dozers on there, even if it's for like a 450 or 700 class. It could be a fun one, but
That would be
and it helped
cool.
get rid of some of those rocks at least throughout the hill. But
Yeah, for sure.
either way, like the dirt work that they did, the hill looks so much better in the videos this year. Like a nice little smooth run up before you got into the rough stuff, and you're not just fighting it from the second you let the clutch out. Like
Right.
every video that I saw, it looked like the event had definitely stepped up a little bit
Yeah, and I
this year.
think I wish I knew, but I don't. But I've never been like a equipment operator, and it that hill is so deceiving on how steep it is. But I would wonder if you had a dozer, not like a huge dozer, but a
hmm
size dozer, if you could work that next section of the hill now up until where there's like that, it's like a sad, I don't know what you'd call it, but it's like a
Oh, yep.
breaker almost, right?
Yep.
And that breaker, it's fundamental into the hill, like it sets you up. If they
hmm
could get that more groomed, where they could do like some aggressive gating down there,
Yeah.
set
Yeah.
you into that, right? Where then you would come in on the right or come in on the left or come straight up the middle, whatever, and have it, because right now on the bottom, it's a little iffy. Like there's
Yep.
some pockets and square edges where, I mean, I've just watched people like Josh Mueller run those dozers where a day of effort goes
hmm
years into helping,
It'd be
like it,
huge.
it, it doesn't take a lot to get that figured out. And if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be this team they have now. Derek and his family, they have the
hmm
motivation to make it, and they see the potential there. And I heard from people like, "Oh, that hill's just so far from anywhere to pull a crowd or anything." There was a lot of people there, and
hmm
the thing that they're underestimating is the camping. Like they could camp, they could have 1,500 people camping there and you wouldn't even know. Like it's so big. They have so much area to camp. And I think that's where I have a broken record, but I think like the camping aspect, someone in Salt Lake City, if they see that it's reasonable camping and there's food trucks and racing, and they
hmm
could come an hour and a half with their camper, camp all weekend, drink beer, holler, scream, and we decided, my brother and I, that everybody in Utah does a vape, because everybody in Utah vapes. So
I
they can come
believe
out,
it.
vape, do whatever other Utahs do, watch racing
Yep.
all weekend. I think it would be a huge draw. And I think that's what Ron's doing. I think that he's
hmm
getting people in there camping and doing that. And good for him.
Yeah. And follow up with that too. Like Craig made the comment about people giving Ron shit and stuff, and like, he's done a lot for the sport, and I'd be willing to bet he has probably been one of, if not the highest promoter of the amount of money that they've paid out through the years and the people that they've brought through the gates. I bet you the only people coming close is maybe White Rose, Freemansburg, or Devil Staircase. But if you
Or
look back at some
Big
of the big
Nasty,
nasty stuff and
or
oh
I was gonna say Pogues Hole,
oh yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Stratus. Yeah.
Well, but they didn't run very long. Ron's been doing it for a long damn
True.
time
True.
too.
Okay. True. True. Yeah.
So he's done a lot for the sport. I know some of his events have been a little loose in the past, but
Right.
he's keeping it alive by bringing new venues in too, which is good because we don't
Yes.
see a whole lot of long-standing venues out there. But
Yeah.
um, he's done a lot, and it's cool to see one of these venues kind of. I mean, there's no doubt that it's excelling now with the split. Ron running the amateurs and Rocco running the pro stuff. So it's like,
Yeah.
let's keep that going and keep
Hell yeah.
excelling with what they're doing and keep growing and getting bigger and better and just improving every year. It's like I told you, I've had zero desire to go back to X12 since my first and only time there, and now after seeing the videos and watching everybody and talking to people, it has me a little bit more willing to go in the
Awesome.
future. So
That's awesome.
if it's doing that for me, I would assume it's doing it for others as well.
Right, right. We missed the headline too. We should have had Ron on. I missed it. I'm sorry, Tom.
Yeah, we could have.
Could have had Ron, because we had him on Nitro Mud and he was a really good interview.
He is a good talker for
Yeah,
sure.
we'll have to have him on later. We'll see if we can get him
Yeah.
on. It'd be fun to see what he thought of it. So,
hmm
but good points though, Tom. I mean,
Yeah.
God, you're right. Think of like the Big Nasty. They had 20,000 freaking people there. I mean, that's insane.
They have,
right?
if you look at the old photos, they had some big crowds, and I bet you there were some good paydays from that race
Oh wow.
back in the day, in the prime time.
Yeah, you know it. You know it. Oh man, good stuff at X12 though.
Mhm.
Did you have any other questions about it, or what do you think? Do we talk about it kind of?
No, I think we've covered it pretty good
Uh,
as far as I can tell.
One other thing I want to touch on again, we talked a little bit with Tristan, but the USA Motoclimb, I wanted to talk a little bit. I was talking to people at X12, and thank you to Matt Musgrove for having me be part in, and and co-managing the team and helping out. And when I was talking to people in X12, we have this cool fundraiser that we're doing to win the E-Ride Pro and the generator and the cash. But what that's doing is we're helping the riders. We're these riders that have been picked to go represent our country in France this year. They're paying their own way. Logan, you're buying your own ticket. John, Tristan, you guys are paying your own way. You're getting there. And we want to help you guys. We want to help get some money to pay for your plane ticket and your travel expenses to make it a little easier. But the big reason why I want to be a part of this is I talking with Matt, and thanks to Matt and Austin Tyler, they revived this awesome relationship that we've having with Lebresse and these other clubs in France where riders can come back and forth. And I got to, thanks to you, and unfortunately, due to your injury, I got to be a participant. But I was just excited to go be your mechanic, and seeing the people involved and how it happens and all. It's so exciting for me that it was a chapter in my life that I got to go there. And I have friends in France. We have friends. They came and stayed with us. We stayed with them. It's so fun. And when I was talking with Matt, I was like, let's make this a path. Let's let USA Motoclimb be a path for these young riders. Like we were just talking, Max Geisler, AJ Christopherson, even Tristan's a young man. He's on the team this year, but let's have a pathway for these young riders or senior riders. It doesn't matter. But if you come to Motoclimb Super Series and you win or do really good, those are the people that are going to race in France. Those are the people that are going to maybe go to South America and compete. That's the pool we're picking from, is these people. So let's have this organization. Let's have USA Motoclimb. Let's get some funding, because I would love to ship your guys' bikes. I would love to have an organization where we have established fundraising capabilities where when these young guys go, we're going to be able to help them get there. We're going to help their bikes get there. We're going to pay for them to get there. And the French people back and forth, or the South American people back. Because what we found out, Logan, I mean, the French riders, they're the salt of the earth, aren't they?
Yeah, they're awesome.
I mean, they love the exact same things that we love. They love putting street bike motors in custom frames and going up shit you're not supposed to go up, right? I mean, that's life. I mean, that is freaking awesome that we found people that feel the same way. And the South American people that from Brazil that I didn't get to meet, but Matt talks about, same thing. They have that same passion. We don't speak the same language, but we have all the same passions, and we have all the same limitations as far as none of us are rich. We ain't Jeff Bezos here. We're doing what we can on self-funding. We're building stuff ourselves. We're doing it. So that's why we want to have a little bit of an organization and a little bit of a fundraiser to help. What better way than having a donation support sticker that you have the opportunity to win prizes, kind of like a bike raffle or whatever, but you can't say a raffle. So it's a bike giveaway or whatnot. There's legal terms in there, but we're working this out and blown away at X12. The generosity of the people that I was talking to, people buying tickets, people buying hats and coats and stuff. And thank you. Like, we're doing this to try to provide for people that have earned this right to go, and also for the people that are coming up and they're gonna earn the right to go. We want to have this road established as to this is the way that you go to race, because I'm going to tell my grandkids, if I live long enough to have them, that I got to ride a dirt bike in France, right? And I climbed Le Monte Impossible, and I will, if I have dementia, Alzheimer's, everything, if I'm crap in the bed, the last thing I'm going to tell that nurse is I climbed Le Monte Impossible. Is that big of a deal? When I'm see Pat Johnson, he loves to talk about going to France. It's a big deal. Yep. Going across an ocean and racing bikes, it's a very, very big deal. And I'm so proud of Matt Musgrove and Austin Tyler for establishing these relationships and allowing us to keep fanning the flames, and let's make it happen. And this year, a couple of French riders are coming to grace the Great American. Logan, your family, Luke, Todd, you've offered up a couple bikes for them. I'm offering up some bikes. We're keeping this road alive by having them come back and forth, and establishing friendships across oceans is epic. And so when you see us out there trying to get a little fundraiser, that's what we're doing. We're trying to provide this road, this opportunity for many more people to come down the future. And it's just super exciting, man. I'm pumped to be a part of it. It's pretty cool.
Yep. It's awesome.
From that huge positive uplifting speech there, we might as well hit it, right, Tom?
We can do that.
Rolling smooth and bam, it hits. Something in your sprocket throwing fits. A pebble, a problem, some petty pain. Time to sound off what's caught in your chain.
Oh, I love that. Before we get caught in
been
the
a
chain,
while.
yeah, congratulations, Luke and Taylor. I should have led the story with that. Engaged when you guys were over in Vietnam.
Yep.
Is it true? Is it CGI or did it actually happen?
As far as I can tell, it's true.
That's a very fitting couple. I love those two so much, and super excited for their future together. That's pretty awesome. And of course, Luke does it right. When you're in like one of the most
Yep.
picturesque places you've ever been, get hitched. So good job, guys.
Hey, the timing's actually oddly good too, because the first road trip Hillclimb that Taylor ever came on was the first trip to X12.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Pretty good there, I guess.
Oh,
I just
yeah,
put two and two together now.
That's awesome. Dang.
And that was an experience as usual. So I
Yeah.
think back at that and I'm like, there's got to be something wrong with all of us. I was like 22. Luke was freshly graduated from high school, so he was 18. Taylor was 17, and it was only us three in the van to go to Utah from here. It's like, that's pretty crazy.
That's pretty crazy. Yep. Just no fear. Just go.
Yep.
Go for it.
No, there was none.
Yeah,
Probably too dumb to know what we were getting into,
Yeah.
but that's sometimes a good thing.
Yeah. Sometimes that's a good thing. You didn't know what you didn't know, right?
Exactly.
I just remember all those times going snowmobiling. I never had a spare tire for the snowmobile trailer, and now I carry like 2 spares with me if I'm going to go to Ellsworth. It's insane, right? So you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
You got anything caught in your chain there, Tom?
I do. Do you have anything this week or not?
Kind of, but
I'll start it off.
Yeah, you
I'll
start
start it
us
off then. So while I was cruising Facebook on vacation, I had another good laugh. This is probably the stem of most of my caught in the chain segments, but there was not really a friend, but a Facebook friend of mine complained or made some big post about choosing or not choosing vaccines and how people in her life didn't agree with the choices that she made and had all this evidence of why vaccines are no good and she shouldn't choose them. In this paragraph long justification, she could not decipher the correct usage of R-A-R-E and our O-U-R.
Ooh, yikes.
And for God's sakes, if you're going to give us medical advice, at least know how to use proper fucking grammar. Because I am not going to trust anybody on whether I should or shouldn't get a vaccine if you don't know whether it's R or our. And it's just,
that's a good
it's
one.
fucking comical.
The one that gets me is there.
There, and there.
Yes,
They're tough.
I've never used one of them, but I also don't give medical advice.
Yes, exactly. So you're safe.
Yeah, I'll give you advice on walking tacos and misspell there, right? But I'm not going to go on vaccines. So
and at least with there, and there, it's all the same word, but our and our are nowhere near the same in any way. It's just because we talk so fucking stupid in the Midwest and most of America. We speak American, not English. Yeah. And that's why people can't decipher the difference between them, because we say, this is our dog. No, this is our dog.
Yeah.
It's like, I say that too, but I still know the difference on paper. And I still won't give you vaccination advice on top of it.
Oh, God.
But it's it's just at a deeper level. It's just like, that is like the whole problem of the polarization in this country is people that are too dumb to know simple details are the ones trying to convince everyone that they're smarter than doctors and veterinarians and scientists and medical professionals. It's like, oh man, it gets your head spinning, but I love laughing at the irony of it.
Right. I got a little one, I guess, and it's the annoyance of you're trying to help, but you just kick yourself right in the nuts, right?
Oh, I love that.
And we were out at X12 and we knew that the side-by-side was going to be a shit show. And Dylan Hoops had helped the year before with get it going, and he was going to ride in it. So Ryan and I Ryan's like, let's help them do it. I'm like, yeah, I was opting out anyway. So we helped do it. We get through, we get it all figured out. And then I'll be damned, there was a kerfuffle, right? Ryan and I helped lay out the freaking course. I went to each rider, explained the course, right? Apparently somebody said that the course was different. They called someone out of bounds, and then all hell breaks loose because we called somebody out of bounds that went out of bounds because they didn't think it was out of bounds. And it was like, not like the guy was being ultra rude, but he just won't let it go. And it's just like, understand that I'm not here to defraud anybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm here as a volunteer, not just helping the promoter out. It's like, if your rider went out of bounds, don't come and be upset that you didn't know the rules when I told all the riders rules. Even if somebody else told you different, then you come find me and I'll do it different, And there was a bunch of circumstantial evidence that could have went one way or another, but it's just the point that, and it wasn't his fault or our fault or whatever, but it was all these conflicting things.
Yeah.
And then I was just felt terrible about it because all I was trying to do was make a even, fair side by side, and then
of course,
just couldn't even sleep that night because I was so upset that someone thought that I was like physically trying to defraud them. And then my buddy Ryan, who's like one of my favorite people in the world, he's like, I go, this is just why people don't volunteer. He's like, exactly. You just gotta tone it.
You can never do it right.
You can never do it right. So you just gotta tone it out. But yeah, I hate that. Like you just try to help, and just get kicked right in the fucking nuts.
Yeah. I mean, it's no different than Dean trying to help stage when we did American
Yes.
Hillclimb at Bay City and just gets absolutely railroaded.
Yes.
When all he's trying to do is organize people in the staging line.
Yeah.
And then he said, fuck that. I'm never helping you guys again because this ain't fucking worth it. And I'm working here for free. Yep. And it's like, and this is why clubs are dying and races and venues are disappearing. So
no,
don't be like that.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
I did. And I'm gonna. Oh, this is. We need a different sounder because I'm about ready to crow off because I think I did a good thing, but all the people, the scorers and the trailer and everything, it was just dusty and shitty there, or whatever. And it was before we were getting going, and I was just walking by, and you could tell they were just like, "Oh, here we go again today," And I said, "Hey, I just want you guys to know when you're here, and you see a dad fist pump because his son had a good ride." Or when you see someone come down there, whop, 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 they're screaming because they just had the best ride of their life. Or you see people high-fiving or hollering, screaming, and yeehaw, that's all because of you. If you guys wouldn't have donated your time and kept score and checked the timing and got footage and did all these jobs that are so important, none of that would have happened. I told all of them like that. You get credit for every high five, every yoo-hoo, everybody that screams something positive. That's all because of you. And it's like, it's so important to tell the people volunteering that they hear that. That's like, it's because of them that all those people had all those positive experiences. But then yet I'm the one that got the dick kick, so whatever. So I went from thought I did really good to the nope, you didn't do that good. So that's how she goes.
Yep. Perfect.
Yep. That just rolls it right back.
Yep.
Yeah. So this weekend, what are you doing? Where's the machine headed this weekend?
Millville Harescramble this weekend, potentially District 23 Hillclimb. Haven't really decided yet what I'm going to do. I'm trying to get a little bit ahead for Washington and the near future of just all the different races and crap going on. So we'll see how that goes. But I was looking at my schedule, like I said, and it's looking pretty busy, and I am getting real excited. I've got a Harescramble this weekend, Washington next weekend. The following weekend, it looks like a Harescramble, another one at the end of May, a couple hill climbs in June, or I guess hill climb every weekend of June.
Yeah,
it looks like
that's hill climb month.
Yep, it's I am getting so damn excited, and before we know it, we'll be in the middle of July and heading to France. So it's looking like a good season. I get a bunch of off-road and woods racing to kick it off, and I think I'm more excited for that than even for the hill climbing. So
that's awesome.
It'll be a good time.
Cool, full schedule. Everything's all ready. Got all the horses shined up in the garage.
Yeah, I've got everything cleaned. I just got to do all the setups on them for Washington. So it's a few hours of work, but nothing too serious. And got to do a little bit of bike testing for the Harescramble on Sunday. So hopefully get out and ride tomorrow or something.
Just do me a favor. Right before you're going to pull up for the start of the Harescramble, just peek in there and make sure you got your cleaner on, okay?
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Just give me one last peek, all right?
I already double checked that yesterday, but I will check again.
Okay, good.
And make sure it didn't disappear because that
Yes,
happens.
It happens because you're a busy man and you get
Yes.
sidetracked, and we know what happened. We don't want that to ever happen again. you
No,
know?
once is enough.
Yep.
We'll try to avoid that.
Yep. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Right. So you got to remember that, right? Okay.
Yep,
All right. good.
exactly.
Anything else?
No, we'll
Thank-
let her ride, and I guess probably the next time we talk, it'll be a recap of Washington.
Woo! Let's
Potentially.
go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that.
Yep.
Thanks to our guest tonight, Tristan, and God dang it, Craig Spencer. That was fun. I can't
Yeah,
wait to
it was
have
awesome.
have him come back on, hear the whole story. And we just got a lot of fun stuff now coming up. We're going to be racing and recording. I love it.
Yeah, plenty of content. Thank God we got it through the slow season.
Woohoo! Let's go. Well, hey, good luck this weekend. Have fun.
Yep. All right. Talk to you later.
Come on, my mama told me one day I'ma grow up big and I'ma be a king. And my papa told me it's okay to sit where shit hurts. Don't forget your dreams, cause they'll get you through this so-called life.